This is our first video. Okay, scratch that. We had an introduction video, but this is the very first video where we're going to be troubleshooting. I'm your host. My name is VP Wise, and I'm excited to do this with you today. Now, today we'll be talking about meetings, what everyone experiences. I think by now, no one, except maybe you're a baby, yeah, you'll be a stranger to the word meetings. Aside that, as an adult, as a teenager, you must have attended one meeting or the other, or even have an appointment to attend a meeting tomorrow, or probably you're even in a meeting watching this video, which you're not supposed to do. Now, there are approximately 25 million meetings every day in the US alone. Now, 50% of an organization's time is spent in meetings. And as you progress in your career from entry level to managerial level, upper management level, you're going to be attending more meetings. So imagine the collective time you spend in an organization is spent in meetings. And it is really important that these meetings are productive and offer value, and we get results from the meetings we attend. Meetings are actually serious business, but sometimes meetings can be really unproductive. In fact, research has shown that 67% of meetings are unsuccessful. So in this video today, we will be sharing with you 10 reasons why meetings are unsuccessful. So unsuccessful to you as the host of the meeting, unsuccessful to you as an attendee in the meeting, why everyone is frustrated at the end of the meeting, why everyone doesn't love to hear the word meeting. So now, the number one reason why we have unsuccessful meetings, no agenda. Now, this is the biggest red flag of all. In this part of the world, some persons, some organizations, because I know there are organizations that are really doing well when it comes to meetings. So a meeting is on Monday. During the weekend, you have the agenda. Why are you treating the agenda of the meeting as if it is one private document? But when we come for the meeting, we'll still see the agenda, right? So why don't you allow people have the agenda at least 24 hours before the meeting so they can prepare their minds? This is what we're going to talk about today. So let's say on the agenda, we have the opening prayer, we have reading of previous meeting minutes, then we have things to do. So let's say we have a task like develop a work plan for advocacy campaign to 3 secondary schools. So if someone sees the agenda, the person can easily start thinking of, picking a notepad. I feel we should visit these 3 schools based on so and so reason. What kind of advocacy should we do? What age group should we be talking to? You understand? So the person already has a plan. So when the person comes for the meeting, you're not taking the person unawares. The person is not trying to think of what to say. The person is not thinking of ideas. The person came prepared from the house. Okay, still, you don't share the agenda before the meeting. During the meeting, there should be an agenda. So when meetings do not have agenda, it is the biggest flag. It means we're just here to talk. Secondly, no clear meeting organizer. Have you ever gotten an SMS or you're invited for a meeting 9 p.m. at XYZ hotel or XYZ conference center? At the end, you see signed, no name, just the phone number. The message is not even stating who is calling the meeting, because whoever is calling you for a meeting, there's something we call hierarchy of authority. So depending on who is calling for a meeting, if management is calling for a meeting, people will definitely want to show up on time. If it's just a team member that is calling for a meeting, some people will treat it lesser than when it's signed by the MD, signed by the CEO, inviting for the meeting. So you get that. And thirdly, no minutes are taken at the meeting. Now these days we have technology. The secretary doesn't really have to go back home to start writing minutes and the rest. Leverage on technology. So this is what happens when you don't take minutes at your meeting. It means plans, clear actions are lost. Poor time management. You know, at moments when, the meeting is for 9 o'clock. Even if they say 9 to 2 p.m., that meeting is not going to end by 2. What will you do as a person? Some people will take their time and ensure they come late because I know you're going to keep me beyond the allotted time. So if you don't manage time properly, if we say we're giving each speaker 5 minutes, there should be a timekeeper telling him you've used 4 minutes so far. Please, can you, round up this thing? So you have just 5 minutes. So if we manage time, we'll trash out issues, leave out unnecessary jokes and every other thing. The meeting will proceed well and it will end on time. Another reason why meetings are not productive are ineffective communication. Communication is very important. There are different models of communication. You just have to find one that works for your organization. When communication is not clear, I know it's most times it's a power dynamic thing. So there are the management level, there's upper management, there's entry level. So most times upper management wants to dominate the meeting, but you call for a meeting for everyone. Everyone should have a voice. So when there is ineffective communication, values are not communicated properly, requests are not made properly, people do not even understand while we're having the meeting what we're talking about. It is important to explain whatever is the reason for the meeting. There should be clear communication. Technical issues. Now, these are mostly for meetings that happen online, leveraging on technology. So, I don't really want to call names, but of course, you know the different medium we used to have meetings online. So there's technology issue, which most times you can blame on the service provider. There are several solutions. So let's say someone is out of town and the person is supposed to be a speaker in this meeting. Why not tell the person to send the recording ahead of time and we can play? It's better than waiting for the person to connect and everyone is staring at the screen endlessly. So technical issues like that. Then sometimes the person who is the host of the meeting on most of these platforms fails to do some of the background work, like muting people's microphones. You just allow people come in. There's a baby crying in the background and you're now saying, Mrs. Ola, you're still on the call. Mrs. Ola, can you mute your microphone? You shouldn't even give people room for that. So that's how you put up these settings that as soon as you're in. You can't on your microphone until they unmute you. So always sort things out ahead of time. Always have a backup plan. So when I know you can't really control the network, but if you're going to have a meeting, you should have at least 3 internet service providers. So as the host, so you can always switch. Then we also have disruptions and side conversations. Every office has the clown, the guy that makes everyone laugh. Trust me, I love the clown as well. But we're doing serious business, and every fraction of a second, the person is cracking a joke. Then there's a meeting happening inside the meeting. Now, this happens when you fail to understand the dynamics in the group you're having the meeting. If I am having a meeting, I will not sit close to my friend because my friend will definitely want to whisper something into my ear. There are some people that don't want to use their mouth to say the suggestion. You have to recognize the dynamics in the group. Ensure that this person is not sitting close to this other person. You know, there are always cartels in offices. We know these things, right? So separate them, break up their group, put them in different positions. That way you're going to minimize some of the side conversations and this thing. Then lastly, we have dominating personalities. There are people that love to dominate. Now, their role is very important because most times these dominating people inspire others to attend meetings. Do you know that there are people that leave their houses with the mindset of, you see that meeting today? I want to go and cause wahala. So in case you're watching from another part of the nation, another part of the world, wahala is a Nigerian term for trouble. They are just troublemakers. So you're leaving your house with the intention of, you see that meeting today? I want to say all the things HR did. I want to say everything. This thing. my Benin people will say, you carry a pot for mine for you. So someone has issues. Nobody's saying you shouldn't have issues or things you want to trash out, but not on the negative. On the positive side, yeah, someone offended you and you feel you want to table the matter in the during the meeting. You can go ahead. You can do that, but in a different manner. So when you have these dominating personalities, they can disrupt your meetings. They can cause your meetings to go sideways. So you have to understand the power balance. You should know how to, play down. When they are getting too emotional, you should be able to be like, okay, can we get back to you? Hold that thought. Let's put that in the parking lot. We will get back to you. Okay, let's just allow this person to talk. And if one person has said something 3 times, and there are people there that haven't said anything, I think you should give the rest opportunity to talk. Remind the person, you've already said something. Can you please just hold on a little bit? Let's hear from her. Let's hear from him instead. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's video. We're going to do a follow-up because I don't just believe in telling you why your meetings are unsuccessful. We also believe in sharing tips, letting you know how you can, overturn the tide, turn unsuccessful meetings into successful meetings. In the next video, I'll be sharing that with you. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you feel about this video. Tell us about your experience about the meeting from hell, the meeting that was so unsuccessful, the most unsuccessful meeting you attended. My name is Vicky Wise, and I'll see you on the next video.